Aaron Vincent El Qaim, Getty Images File Photo. Tonight, we have sent a clear message to the world. Ontario is open for business. Doug Ford, left, told a victory rally in Toronto late Thursday. Doug Ford's brother, Rob Wright, was mayor of Toronto before video of him smoking crack cocaine surfaced. By Alan Freeman, Washington Post. Ottawa, populist politics arrived in Canada with the sweeping victory in Ontario of the Progressive Conservative Party under the leadership of Doug Ford, a brash 53-year-old businessman who has drawn comparisons to President Donald Trump and whose brother's chaotic tenure as Toronto mayor was marked by drug and alcohol abuse. Thursday's election win for Ford, which saw his party win 76 of 124 seats in the provincial legislature, is also a humiliating defeat for the province's governing Liberal Party and makes life a lot more complicated for Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, also a Liberal. Start your day with the news you need from the Bay Area and beyond. Sign up for our new Morning Report weekday newsletter. Not only has the Liberal Party been marginalized in Canada's most populous province, holding on to just 7 seats and losing its official party status, but Ford has vowed to fight Trudeau's national plan to put a price on carbon, an essential part of Canada's climate change strategy. Tonight, we have sent a clear message to the world. Ontario is open for business. Ford told a victory rally in Toronto late Thursday. We will reduce your taxes, reduce your gas prices and keep more money in your pocket. Ford has been frequently likened to Donald Trump because of his blustery pronouncements, railing against radical downtown Toronto elites, and his frequent attacks on the media. His campaign canceled the traditional bus for journalists and carefully controlled access to Ford during public events. The Conservatives garnered 40.6% of the popular vote, while the left-of-center New Democratic Party attracted 33.7% along with 40 seats, which means they will form the official opposition. The Liberals were left with 19% of the vote. Ford is the older brother of the late Rob Ford, whose time as mayor of Toronto ended after he was videotaped smoking crack cocaine. He entered rehab and died in 2016 of cancer. Doug was Rob's main political advisor and ally on the Toronto City Council, where he served a term as a municipal councillor, his only prior experience in elected office. Doug paid tribute to his brother in his victory speech. "I know my brother Rob is looking down from heaven," he said. "I'm just getting chills talking about him right now. We owe so much to Rob's legacy." Yet the Ford family's tumultuous reputation is likely to follow Doug into political office. 3 days before the election, Rob's widow Renata launched a $16.5 million Canadian lawsuit against Doug, alleging that he had deprived her and her children of Rob's share in the family business and accused him of enriching himself while running the company into the ground. Doug denied the allegations. Ford was the surprise winner of a Conservative leadership vote in March, which was called after the previous leader was forced to resign in the wake of sexual harassment allegations. His victory reflects widespread fatigue with the Liberals under outgoing Premier Kathleen Wynne, 65, who was the province's first female leader. The Liberals held power in the province for almost 15 years and were blamed for corruption scandals and sharply increasing the provincial debt. Ford made several broad promises in the campaign without details about how he would pay for them, other than through enacting administrative efficiencies. In addition to scrapping the carbon tax, he vowed to cut gasoline taxes and electricity rates, reduce income tax and slash hospital wait times while also reducing the provincial deficit. He also vowed to end a controversial sex education program in the province's schools, ban cell phone use by students in class and bring back bucket beer by scrapping minimum pricing under the province's alcohol regulations. Ford's election promises volatile political times for Ontario, according to Marcus G., a columnist for the Globe and Mail. Mr. Ford's plans are sketchy, his temperament volatile. He is the wildest of wild cards. When he was right-hand man to his brother at Toronto City Hall, he often out-robbed Rob in his blustering and bullying. Nothing in his shallow, sloganeering performance during this election campaign suggests he has changed. With the defeat of Wynne and the Liberals, Trudeau loses a valuable ally in his promotion of his progressive, pro-feminist agenda and leaves him more open to clashes with Canada's strong provincial governments. But Canadian voters often vote one way in provincial elections and another way federally, and Trudeau does not face re-election until late 2019. And just as Trudeau appears to revel in confronting President Trump on Canada's trade disputes with Washington, he may find Ford a useful opponent in pushing his own agenda. The Prime Minister gets a new foil. Conservative strategist Chad Rogers told Canadian Broadcasting Corp. Ford gives him someone to campaign against next year on carbon pricing and pharmacare, which will be the two-step of the Trudeau agenda. Freeman is a freelance writer based in Ottawa. He is a former staff writer for the Canadian Press, The Wall Street Journal and the Globe and Mail, and is now a frequent contributor to The Post. You might also like Kim Lim, daughter of tycoon Peter Lim, on being a hot premium content parliament. Chan Chun Sing pays tribute to former Straits Times some features of Samsung's upcoming smart speaker. Hardware Zone. Apple reportedly lowered component orders for 2018. Hardware Zone. Are you ready to take the lead in Asia and beyond? The U.S. executive embarked how one development shaped Tokyo Intercontinental Hotels.